with this late IHP show and your 5D mystic. We are going to chit-chat some more about this amazing full moon, these ascension energies that have brought us so much expansion. And that's for the 5D collective. It's all people who are willing and wanting to bring together their conscious and unconscious, their child parts with their adult parts, and lead with the adult. And so yay for emotions and yay for thoughts. And if we need therapy, we know who to go to, not the Ghostbusters. And then for the continuation of becoming the person that has a restorative embodiment self-aware life, which means no ill will, that actual goodness. Yes, it's called the integration of the brain. And for the people who don't take that bilateral integration seriously, so they don't want to move into, what was it? Jesus comes to my brain. Oh, forgiveness. What else? Oh yes, Buddha said, Guru, come to my mind, yoga. Yoga is actually very helpful for your ventral vagal nervous system toning exercises. And meditation, mindfulness, they're 3 pillars of the mind. So again, actually being able to integrate your brain, become smarter, because you use the whole brain, not just the brain stem. Yeah, the safety behavior is the brain stem. So that's a side note. I'm attachment and trauma informed, I forgot to mention. So yes, people do self-help when it works for them because they do emotions. They want to have genuine relationships. So they say, I love you, and they don't do what Cusco does to Pacha. They don't even bother with the ones who don't text us back because, once they fuck you. Apparently, there are some men who let us know that 2 seconds after the deed, or 1 second, basically immediately after, they feel contempt, disgust towards us. And that's, at least for me, it's men. For you, it might be women, or theys, or men, women, and theys. But my long story short is that apparently after this, not only contempt, disgust, which is deflected, whatever the word is, upon another human being, there's shame. My question was, do they have shame of themselves or shame for me? And really, I'm just happy they didn't text me back. And then I'm wondering, why didn't you mention therapy at the end? Because that's what I was thinking. Like, where's the therapist for this dude? Or a dudette. I mean, I've met plenty of dudettes. And when they've told me I feel less happy after fucking someone, I'm like, well, then you don't have to. You know that, right? No, but I want to. You just said you don't want to because it doesn't make you happy inside. And you're in college, and I'm in college, and you're getting a bachelor's. Wow, you're getting a master's. Wow, you're getting a PhD. Oh, shit, I thought you said you were smart. Where's that smart stuff gone? Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. You don't want to bring in the self-help people because it's bullshit and crap, the pseudoscience. Yeah, woo-woo spiritual. Oh, yeah, we're all over the place, huh? Yes, I like to make humor out of the not insults that people like to throw at people who actually know that words really, is that the best you can come up with? Not to mention the lack of education and imagination, both combined, because you didn't do anything. And when we meet people who weaponize psych education, that gets us. And now we're like, you know what? I want to make sure to leave this place, not because I want you to like me. I want to stand in my best self and ensure that as a Pacha does, I conduct myself. Thanks, Jesus. What was it? Oh, you did not get welcomed with trust, did you? Yeah, I know. I told God and Jesus all about all these people. And then I said, hey, Jesus and God, guess what? We have great trauma therapists. Yay! They don't need any of us woo-woo spiritual people. But they do need, well, they don't need the self-help. Many are like, I don't want to do it. I want like now. And then they go and do yoga. And they think that the mantles make a difference. Now, I mean, I get it, spiritual bypassers. You're on Elsa's journey. You keep putting people on pedestals such as yourselves and thinking you're more anointed than other people. I mean, that's just ego, right? Okay, so here's the deal, though. Let me get to some important. Jesus is important. 5D is called Christ consciousness, and in honor of the man that taught me about forgiveness, and God taught me that I'm with brothers and sisters. And what to do if I ever met evil? Well, they're all in jail, or they are all in need of therapy. So that's what I know they need to know. Anyone who has unkindness should meet Patrick Tiahan. He is a childhood trauma survivor. He's healed and healing and a great therapist, and I'm going to read you something. I did a short on it, but I don't know if it won't be visible because I am a self-help, woo-woo spiritual lady, life coach. So, I don't have the same rank, and that's okay because I'm not trying to rank. I'm trying to say, hey, you want to be yourself? Because it's really fun to be your whole 1-year-old, 2-year-old, 3-year-old, like your whole unconscious stuff that people think they can't get a handle of. No, it's not true, but I have interoception. I can feel anything that goes on in my body at all times. It's not freaking me out. I'm not as much of a hypochondriac as I used to be, and this is why I'm woo-woo, because I do have a sense of humor. But to me, and those who get me, and those who love me, as imperfectly flawed as I am, but I do have this thing called integrity. Yeah, I met a lot of cowardice people. When I meet integrity, it doesn't matter what they will have done. I know one thing, they're going to tell me in my face, hey, you know what? I don't want to text you ever back again. I feel really yucky right now. That's never happened to me, but I'm just saying that's what integrity would be. Be honest, tell you your face something that I'm feeling and thinking, and that's called a genuine relationship, which is why I love my integral people. Thanks, Jesus, for sharing. So Jesus was welcomed with mistrust, disbelief, fear, and non-acceptance. Thank goodness I'm in 2024, because I'm pretty sure in the past, yeah, I would not have been given the same freedom. And I have candle light, illuminates damage beneath the feet with wave of lights. I have this channel coming through, and how? Well, wait for it. In circumstances in the night that merry, laughing, and handsome, and they mirror an invasion, a reflection of trust. Who do I trust? Well, I trust the mental capacity for any human being who wants to understand, like a 5-year-old, what your 1-year-old is, and your 2-year-old and your 3-year-old. Yes, I find it very easy, Maria, to believe that my implicit memory means everything. And that's exactly where we're going to go. So, as our lovely Patrick Tiahan shared in today's short, which again, I did another short where I share with you some cards as he's speaking to you. He says, we can define childhood trauma as abuse of perception in children and lack of connection with healthy caregivers. That's why they date people who don't have healthy self-worth. They don't even rely on the sense of self-worth because they don't even have their sense of self lens yet. I didn't realize that. Use your human name and then know that your first 8 years of life, they're unconscious, and then the 8 to 16, it's a flight and fight, and then your freezes of all ages, and I don't make up shit for my butt or ass, and there you go, confirmation. But you can ask me about the resources if you want. So I'm not going to always quote everyone, but I got it from smart people. They're way smarter than me, for real, not pretend. The pretend ones, they're smart too, but they do something different. They get delusional at a certain point. I seem delusional, but I'm not. I know I do, though, because believe me, I know what linearity means. I chose not to do academia on purpose. I like to help people, not be bored with other academics who chase each other down the hallways, by the way, and do the same thing, but they have way less fun. No fun at all. We might have a take two because I don't know how much of what other messages are coming through I'm going to be able to share. Okay, so back to Patrick. As he says, problems of perception are in how we perceive ourselves, because he's a childhood trauma survivor, so they don't know how to perceive their self. I do. I don't have the childhood trauma stuff. I only had the trauma charges, and then I had an easy time saying, yes, Jesus, I forgive. Yes, God, I got it. I will be humble. I'm not perfect, and I am going to continue, though, to say the truth because I'm not afraid. I'm not a 3-year-old who's afraid. Actually touch me, and I'll go rat you out now. Don't do anything illegal, I'll go rat you out now. Do anything to me at all, I will rat you out now. Does that sound annoying enough for any teenager out there? Because there's grown-ups who are still teenagers, by the way. They have the adolescent. But like, catch me if you can, they will get caught. They're running out of steam by the minute. They're sympathetics all over it. So it's not funny, but it is what it is. Some people, they're a mule. You walk them to the water. Hey, there's trauma attachment. You can get out of hell. It's with good therapy. It's called the MDR, Child Parts Work, Somatics. Anyone, sensory motor with Pat Ogden. Anyone want to go? Yeah, if you go, then you get out of hell. If you don't go, well, there's the fucking drinking, drugging, and a shame cycle with an inner critic, outer critic, and there's a dude who gives you an excuse for why not to text me back and to continue your shame cycle. And a dudette who says, women, remember, if they fuck you, they don't want to marry you. Yes, we know. Thank you so much. And we're running out of time. So on that note, we'll continue to part 2 because I think you're going to have 2 laughs or more as we conclude with the problem of perception and how people do not know how to perceive their self when they have childhood trauma or others, and they don't know how to take the present moment in the absence of their trauma charge. That's why he gives a really good example, which is why a person, first of all, wants to get their childhood in check, become the inner child adult, and then we have genuine relationships. And we heal trauma, one person at a time, one relationship at a time. You can come on over for self-help and spiritual awakening, actual guidance, consulting, and content, where we have fun and we love people like Jesus taught us to, independently from the people who will say, we don't want you 5D mystics, we don't like you, and stuff like that. So If you like us, tune on in again and come back for the part 2.